Welcome back to the video. We're just going to do a quick introductions. In this video, we're going to be breaking down supply and demand strategy and why I enter trades, how I look at the charts and identify trades. And yeah, I'm not going to keep it too long, so let's just get straight into the video. Cool. So as you can see here, we are on gold all the way back in January 2024. So as you can see here, we have a change of character. What a change of character is basically is just a break of structure, but it is the first break of structure that we have within the move. So as you can see, we have a push up here. We don't break this high here. We start consolidating, then we come down. So that's how you can see this was the first break of this structure here, because this was the low, and we have a solid candle here. We prefer solid candles. We don't always take solid candles, but we prefer solid candles. So because this was the first breakdown of that structure here, this is what we would call a change of character. Let me just add the text so you guys can see. Make it a bit easier for you guys. Oh, yeah. What's going on, man? Change of character. That's why we're going to just notice that so you guys can see. And then here, as you can see here, we have the next breakdown of this low here. Because price was coming down, it started to push back up, started to fight, consolidated, and then broke down again. And this is a solid candle here to the right, and we've broken down. So this is what we would call our first break of structure. As you can see, it's a bit small, so I won't write break of structure there. But as you can see that this candle low here, just to confirm, just to show you guys one more time, this candle low here, we had consolidating with these three candles, then we broke down with a full candle here, and yeah, that's what we would call our breaker structure. And as you can see now, if we let it play, cool, we got another breakdown, as you can see, and now we have a zone that is formed. So what we have is this candle came lower than this candle here, so our zone, let me come here, our zone would be from this candle here to the bottom of this candle here. And as you can see, we have a little fair value gap. A fair value gap is just basically between three candles, but obviously because we have this candle that's come below this candle here, it's four candles technically, but it's between 3 to 4 candles, and it's when these two candles here, so this candle and this candle, they don't cross over each other. So as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, these candles, they're all crossing over each other. If we go from this candle to this candle to this candle here, as you can see, this candle came to here, and then this candle came up to here. So these two, they've crossed over each other. There's no gap in between. But as you can see, from this candle to this candle, you can see a nice little gap here. So now all we are doing is waiting for it to tap back into the zone, and then we're going to wait for a break of candle, which I'll describe to you guys now once we get tapped into the zone. Okay, cool. Oof, that was a lot of volume right there. So as you can see, as we tapped into the zone with this candle here, so this candle here tapped into the zone, and then a break of candle is basically once this candle low gets broken, because obviously this is a supply zone. Supply zone just means a sell, and a demand zone just means when you're shooting for a buy. So this is a supply zone here. We've tapped back into the zone with this candle, and we've broke the low with this candle. So then that's just a break of candle that gives us a valid entry point. So what we would do is here we'd get a short, we would have placed it here. I would have personally put my stops probably into the middle of the zone because we didn't get too close to the middle. So this is just me. Some people would put it right below, but I like to give myself a little bit. Some people would have it here, but I like to give myself just a little bit of room just in case it starts to play about, go up and down, and then it would tap us out and then come back to our TP spot. But yeah, so if we let this play out, boom, just let it play out. smash TP. And to be honest, this was a 1 to 3 this trade, but normally we aim for 1 to 2s, which would have been here. We would have easily got that, and if we wanted to hold out for the 1 to 3, we would have got that as well. So now what I like to do as well to make sure my wins are a bit more higher than the losses, I tend to at 1 to 1. So if we find 1 to 1, 1 to 1 would be about here. I would add another position. So let's just add a, draw a horizontal line. I would have added a position here, and then we would have let both positions run to 1 to 2. I would have added a position, moved my stop loss. So my stop loss would have been here, but as soon as we hit 1 to 1, I would have moved my stop loss to break even, which would have been here. But let's just leave it there just now for argument's sake. But yes, I would have moved it here just in case the trade turns around and wants to hit 1 to 1, then go back down to stop us out. It's just basically you're managing your risk. So once you hit 1 to 1, your trades are more than likely going to hit your TP. So you just want to manage your risk just in case it doesn't go your way and you don't lose the first amount that you was intending to lose. You just lower it a little bit, so it's just better on the account, especially for someone like me when I'm trying to pass these challenges. It's better that you manage your risk than just leave it there, because sometimes trades tend to hit 1 to 1 and then will go and all the way and tap you out. So yeah, we hit 1 to 1. I would have added a position. It would have played about, wouldn't have tapped me out because my stop loss would have been here now. We came low, we came to about here, but it didn't tap me out. And yeah, we hit 1 to 2. So that was just the first trade. I'm going to go through one more trade just for you guys because I don't want to keep you guys for too long. So now we're on to the second trade just to break down this for you guys. As you can see, we got some bullish momentum. We keep having breaker structure, breaker structure, breaker structure, breaker structure, breaker structure, breaker structure. There's so many. But what I would have probably have done is would have come here. This probably, no, so this would have been my change of character. So as you can see, we was coming down. We had a change of character here, then a breaker structure here, then technically this is a small breaker structure, pushed all the way down, then we push back up. So now because the trend is changing now, that's where the first break of structure would be the change of character, because the trend is changing. So this would be where we would have placed our change of character. And then this would probably be my next. This would be a breaker structure here because we pushed up, broke this high here. So this would be a breaker structure. I'll write that for you guys. Break of structure, BOS. So that would be a breaker structure. Then we pushed up, we came down again, pushed up. Technically this here is another breaker structure. Then we pushed up, we started to consolidate, pushed up, came back down, then we pushed up again. So this here is another break of structure. So technically, all I wait for is a change of character and a break of structure. Now I'm just looking for zones to follow the trend up. That's all I'm waiting for now. A zone, give me an entry, and I'm following the trade up. So we have a zone here, and we have a zone here. So all I'm doing is whatever zone gives me an entry, I'm entering on. So if we keep, like I said, for a zone, you have 3 candles, don't cross over, and that's to have a fair value gap. And this would be a demand zone that would have been made here. And this would be another demand zone that would be made here. So if we press play, so that did not tap. So if we draw this out, sorry, should have drawn it out first. If we draw this zone out here, as you can see, that candle there just missed the zone but didn't tap, so I wouldn't have entered. We need a nice tap into the zone. Yeah, we got it there, tapped, didn't invalidate our zone. And basically what invalidate the zone means, if it tapped and came lower than here, the trade would be invalid. I wouldn't take it. But it didn't. It came into the zone, gave us our break of candle. Remember, like I said, the break of candle is literally just when whatever candle touches the zone, we just need a break of its previous high or low. But in this case, this is a demand zone because we're going for a buy. So we would place our entry point there of the break of candle. I would have put stops at the bottom of the zone because this candle became lower than the middle of the zone. So I would put my stops at the bottom of the zone. We're targeting a 1 to 2. 1 to 2 would be about here. I let this one play out. Boom, boom, boom. Smack TP. And like I said before, what I've started to do now is at 1 to 1, I would have added a position. So here, let's just draw the horizontal line for you. So here I would have added a position. I would have moved my stop loss to break even, which would be here. And then I would literally just ride the wave to the top, and both entries would have hit TP in this case, and we would have 2R straight on this trade. So if you guys need any questions on my strategy, just put them in the comments down below. And yeah, we'll go from there, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate everyone for showing me love for every video so far. And yeah, man, that's it. Subscribe.